Hello. So it is no secret that the phone can be a huge distraction. And two of my six children have a phone, and I really want to model great phone habits with them. And honestly, I don't want to become a hypocrite and tell them, get off your phone and do something else. And then they see me laying around, scrolling, on my phone. So I am trying my best to be more mindful and to be an example to my children, because I want them to do as I do and not just as I say. So I just want to share 10 things that you can do instead of getting on your phone. Number one is read a book. This seems to be, and not on your phone. Let me just say that, because I know ebooks have just really taken over. And, sometimes I'll read ebooks as well, but there's nothing like just holding that book in your hand where you can physically interact with it. And not that you can't do it on the phone, but there's something about underlining and just being able to physically flip the pages that just really makes a difference. And honestly, to me, it's more relaxing reading with the hard copy of the book as opposed to having the electronic copy. So pick a good book and read it. Number two is exercise. As opposed to sitting there and killing your brain cells, do some type of exercise. It doesn't have to be anything strenuous. As you know, I don't really go hardcore with my workouts. My workout mostly consists of just walking, and occasionally I'll throw in a workout video, or look something up on YouTube. But I strongly encourage you, go ahead, go for a walk and release those happy hormones that come from exercising. I promise you that you will not, after you're done, regret actually working out as opposed to just sitting and scrolling mindlessly on your phone. Number three is have a real conversation with someone that you love. It's so easy for all of us to be in the same room and everyone be on the phone, and you're not actually interacting with each other. It breaks my heart whenever we go out to dinner and you see families and everyone is on their phone and they're not talking. And it's just like we're losing the ability to really connect with each other. And instead, we're looking at fake realities on our phone, wishing that we could have what people really don't have, right? Instead of enjoying what is before us. So as opposed to just sitting and scrolling on your phone, put your phone down and try to have a real conversation with those that are right in front of you. And I will say this, if you live by yourself, as opposed to sitting and scrolling on the phone, pick the phone up and actually dial someone's number and call them and talk to them. So yes, while you are using the phone in this one, you're not just sitting there and scrolling, you're actually speaking to someone. And I'm not saying text them. Pick the phone up, actually call them, talk to them, hear their voice, and allow them to hear your voice. Number four is clean a space that you have been trying to avoid cleaning. The phone can be such a time thief, and it can just drain us from being productive. So I encourage you, put the phone down, stop looking up different ways to clean your oven on Pinterest and saving, different pins about cleaning, and actually get up and start cleaning. So clean a specific area that you've really been trying to avoid. There's nothing, well, I shouldn't say there's nothing more fulfilling, but it is extremely fulfilling when you are able to complete a task that you have been putting off. And this is what I do know to be true. Oftentimes we say that we don't have enough time in the day, and it's really not true. It's just that we're not using our time in the correct way. So we say, oh, I don't have time to clean, so that's why I'm putting it off. And that's really not the case. Most of the time we have the time, but we're spending a lot of that time on our phone. Number 5 is sit and brainstorm different goals that you may have. Again, it's so easy to be consumed with what's in front of us and watching other people live out their goals, and we forget to set our own. So put the phone down. Ask yourself simple questions. What am I trying to accomplish today? What am I trying to accomplish within the next week? What am I trying to accomplish within the next 30 days, the next year, whatever it may be? And then in addition to writing out simple goals, measurable goals, also reflect on, just take the time and ask yourself, hey, you know what? I set some goals in at the beginning of the year. Am I meeting these goals? Where am I? Do I need more accountability in this area? Number 6 for me is to pray and to meditate. My faith is a huge part of my life. It is my life, right? And I find that it is just so calming when I just spend time just meditating in God's presence and just praying and lifting my heart to Him. And I may not actually talk. Sometimes it's just my heart that's really speaking, that I'm lifting before Him, or I, meditate on a specific passage that I read. The phone brings a lot of noise with it, and there's something about just putting it down and just spending that time to just really meditate and to lift my heart to God, that just brings such peace and clarity and focus. Sometimes after scrolling too much on my phone, and sometimes I say, oh, I'm doing this to relax, but then I get off and I feel even more anxious and even more worked up. So put the phone down and find some time to pray and meditate. Number 7, it's cook. Get in the kitchen and cook a healthy meal. Most of the time we find ourselves in the drive-through because we've wasted a lot of time scrolling on our phone, and it's dinner time and we don't know what we're going to eat. Put the phone down, get in the kitchen and have some fun. Experiment, work with your hands, get your brain going. So it doesn't have to be anything complicated, but just make a simple meal. Number 8 is play a game. If you are by yourself, you can play simple card games. There's a lot of games that you can play solo. You don't always need a partner, but just do something to kind of get your mind going. And every game doesn't have to be on the phone. Before there were phones, there were games that people were able to play by themselves. And if you live with others, pull out the Uno, pull out the category, get the Monopoly. And it's just so much fun because you're interacting with each other. A lot of people play games, but it's, again, all on their phone and they're just glued in. Put the phone down and have a time of interaction with others and those that are around you. You just create so many fun memories. Number 9 is do nothing. And I know this sounds funny. I heard somebody say something a long time ago, and they were speaking when in reference to children, but I think that it's something that could be applied to us. We feel like we always have to be on. We always have to have something to do. And that could be just, okay, I need to get my phone I can't have a moment of silence. I just need to scroll. I need to watch this video. I need to look this up. And it's okay to just sit and do absolutely nothing. Go outside, sit in your backyard, sit on your patio, whatever. Go in the front, just relax. Like, have no pressing agenda. It's okay to do nothing. Give yourself the gift of boredom. And it's amazing the ideas that can just begin to flow through your mind when you don't have anything else pulling at you and there are no other external things coming at you. All right. The final thing is number 10, and this is a huge one. It's turn the phone off and go to bed. We can stay up longer than is necessary because we are sitting there scrolling on our phone, and it's so addictive because we keep on saying, oh, in a few more minutes I'm going to turn the phone off, and then the few minutes pass, and then oh, in a few more minutes, and it just really messes with our sleep. Number one, research has shown that if you are on your phone immediately before going to bed, that it hinders your ability to have really sound sleep. So turn your phone off, put your phone away. If you feel like you can't turn it off because you don't have a house phone, and just in case of emergency, whatever, put the phone away from your nightstand. Don't have it like right there, and don't let it be the last thing that you're looking at before you go to bed. Put it on the other side of the room if necessary, and just wind down and go to sleep. All right, I hope this video blessed you. Let me know in the comments below some things that you do instead of getting on your phone, because believe it or not, there was a time where being on your phone really was not an option, and guess what? We survived. All right, you be blessed.